in the equivalent of the third varsity for them.
Columbia has those light blue shafts on their Australian oars. That's a custom ordered job to match the Columbia blue. Very sharp looking Columbia blue crew rowing at 43 strokes a minute. They look like they're off to a good start. Dartmouth also having a good start. Dartmouth at 41 strokes a minute, so no reluctance to row high ratings even in a 4, which doesn't have quite the top speed of an 8, nor does it take quite as long to, it's not as heavy to lift off the line, but with only 4 oarsmen, it takes a little bit longer to get to that peak speed.
Oh, we used to call it the lead sled.
The lead sled, I like that.
Yeah, it's a fun boat to row, but definitely different from the coxless form. But look at that Columbia crew. They have jumped out and they are really going for it. And I love those blades. I think it's a cool touch. Looking very clean.
Well, Dartmouth then clear second. They are leading MIT and then Princeton trailing. So Columbia out in front. They're first through the 500 and they have a full boat length, maybe some open water on the Dartmouth 4. Then MIT another deck length back of Dartmouth, and Princeton trails.
Yeah, and that Columbia crew will just want to shut the door, no questions asked, and just not look back. The minute that you think, oh, I'm doing a good job, we're in a commanding lead, then you're going to let other crews have a sniff, and they just want to keep trusting their rhythm, doubling down on what's working well for them, and continue to move away. And that's what I would be saying if I was in that coxswain scene. It looks like they're doing exactly that. But in the trailing pack, we do have an exciting race on our hands, and it looks like MIT, Dartmouth, and Princeton, and it'll be 3 medals up for grabs. And it looks like MIT have slightly taken that second place over Dartmouth, but it's close.
Columbia looking pretty sharp. This is clearly the next. They don't have a third varsity 8, so this is their next 4 guys down from their second varsity. And, their skill level really up to the test of rowing in this little headwind and trying to handle it and handle the competition. They've got quite an open water lead. Looks like they're feeling pretty good for gold medal. MIT has just squeaked into second ahead of Dartmouth. And with Princeton trailing maybe a length off of Dartmouth, we'll have to see whether any of this changes in the final 500 meters. Columbia with a commanding lead.
And it's a fantastic shot we're getting from the drone as the crews push into this third 500. Columbia staying up tall, getting round the pin and levering it through really, really nicely. And they continue to walk away. But there is still a race for that second spot between MIT and Dartmouth. And there's a small holding headwind, but still nice, flat, calm conditions here. And that headwind just allows crews, it makes it even more important to stay long, to stay connected and swing all the way through.
Well, the lane on the screen, the lane to the left of Columbia is typically unused unless we have 7 boats, because that's lane 0. Columbia is rowing in lane 1. They have multiple lengths of open water and are clearly headed for gold medal.
Yeah.
It is MIT has overtaken Dartmouth fully for second place. probably this momentum is going to carry through, given that MIT has come from behind and pulled through. I would say their energy level is pretty high. They still have a little more than 500 meters to go. Columbia's already in the last 500 meters. And there goes MIT, and then Dartmouth into the final 500, and ultimately Princeton comes into the last 500. So some pretty big margins here. Columbia just wanting to bring it home without any mistakes.
They're still working hard, this Columbia crew. They've really taken it on, and still looking sharp, but you can tell there's grit and there's pain in their legs going there, and they're a class crew of this event. And that bow seat, you can see he's staying long. He's squaring up nice and early, getting those catches in sharp, and just making it feel good for the guys in front of him. And that's a big lead for this Columbia lightweight four.
They certainly know that they don't have much to worry about if they just continue to row. They're sometimes these small boat races can really string out.
I think they want to push it all the way, all the way for the pride. That's hurt them still. They've had to really push still, and credit to them. But this MIT crew, they've been neck and neck with Dartmouth all the way down the track. So we've had two great races on, and they come through in silver medal with Dartmouth in third, and Princeton coming into the last few strokes in fourth place.